A very warm welcome on our YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to see immunity. Let's start with the introduction. Immunity is body's specific protective response to an invading foreign object. So if once you have encountered with such type of foreign object, your body will develop antibodies, and that process will be known as an immunity. So you can also remember immunity is state or quality of being immune. So immunity is divided into two types: natural immunity, that can be called as innate immunity, and second is acquired immunity, that can be known as adaptive immunity, that can be adopted later in the life.
First, we will see innate means non-adaptive type of immunity. It is known as the first line of immune response, relies on mechanism that exists before infection. So if child is born, then child is blessed with this kind of innate immunity. Second is acquired immunity. It is known as second line of response. This starts when innate fails. It relies on mechanism that adopt after infection. It is handled by T cell and B cell. T cells kills the antigens and B cells bind the antigen. And
so in this chart you can easily identify that immunity is classified into two major parts. First is innate immunity and second is acquired immunity. Innate immunity can be further classified as non-specific and specific immunity, whereas acquired immunity will be further classified in active immunity and passive immunity. In active immunity, cell-mediated immunity such as cytotoxic T cell hunts down and kills specific invader by using cell membrane. Active immunity will be further classified into two ways. First is natural active immunity and second is artificial active immunity. Example of natural active immunity is contact with disease. So that once you will encounter with such type of disease or such type of problem, further your body will develop such type of antibodies, and later in the stage, later in the life, you will be immunized with active immunity. Example of natural immunity is common cold or smallpox or chickenpox. Second is artificial vaccines. Killed vaccines. BCG vaccine is one of the most easiest example I can give in this type of immunity. Adenoid toxoid recombinant DNA, which we are usually giving in certain types of disease, are the best example of artificial vaccines. Now second we will see that is passive acquired immunity. Passive acquired immunity will be further classified into two ways. First is natural passive acquired immunity and second is artificial passive acquired immunity. Example of natural passive acquired immunity is placenta or mother's milk. Example of artificial passive acquired immunity is immune serum. Now we will see the difference between active immunity and passive immunity. So here you can see that active immunity produced actively by host immune system, whereas passive immunity will be received passively. No active participation of host means person's immune system. Active immunity is induced by infection or by immunogens, whereas passive immunity conferred by administration of ready-made antibodies. Active immunity is long-lasting and effective protection, whereas passive immunity is short-term and less effective. Active immunity effective only after lag period, means time required for generation of those antibodies, whereas passive immunity is immediate immunity. Active immunity gives immunological memory present, whereas in passive immunity, no memory is present. Active immunity gives booster effect on subsequent dose, whereas passive immunity doesn't give subsequent dose but it is less effective. In active immunity, negative phase may occur, whereas in passive immunity, no negative phase will occur. In active immunity, no application in immunodeficient, whereas in passive immunity, applicable in immunodeficient may happen. So if you are encountering yourself with such type of disease or infection, the body mechanism will show some of the adverse effect. During this process, if you save yourself, then it means that your body is showing active immunity. Whereas if you are getting some shots of vaccines or immunological drug, it means that you are receiving passive immunity. So I hope with this example you might have clear-cut idea of active and passive immunity. Now last, we will see herd immunity. Herd immunity means overall level of immunity in a community is relevant in control of epidemics disease. Eradication of communicable disease depends on the development of high level of herd immunity rather than on development of high level of immunity in individuals. If you have liked this video, then please do hit the like button. नए हो तो सब्सक्राइब करो and please don't forget to comment. Thank you.